Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and instead of just picking up some flowers and chocolate, why don't you impress the one you love with a few unique and personal touches? Joining us now with his do-it-yourself tips for Valentine's Day is director of creative services for Kate's Paperie, Alton DuLaney. Alton, thank you very much for joining us and for being here today.
Hi, Todd.
Alton, first, adding a simple personal touch can really make a big difference. Is that right?
That's right. Whatever you're giving for Valentine's, whenever you're giving something that really means something special to you, do a little personal touch to it to make it special.
Let's talk about something that everyone loves, that is a handwritten letter. Alton, I can't tell you the last time I actually wrote out a letter. Why is it important to maybe include that?
Well, letter writing is certainly a fading art, but you know, love letters are something people treasure for generations. An email or a text message, not so much.
And very important, what kind of paper you put that letter on. How important is that?
Well, when you're writing a love letter or whatever you're doing, you always want the proper tools to work with. There's so many papers available on the market. There's beautiful colors, different textures, different weights, but this is really what's carrying your message. Another great thing to do is after choosing your paper, then you can actually cut your paper into beautiful shapes. It really makes it a little more special.
You know, Alton, guys aren't the best at this kind of thing. How do they know which one to use, which kind of paper? There's a deckled or a feathered edge on some of this paper?
That's right. What a deckled edge is, Todd, is an unfinished edge where you can really see the fibers of the paper, how the paper was made. It gives it more of an old-fashioned kind of feeling to it. It makes it feel a little more sincere.
So if you can't figure out what kind of paper, maybe look for something like that.
That's right. That's a good place to start. You look for something that has a heartfelt kind of look to it.
Okay, putting pen to paper. What about the right kind of pen? I had no idea there was a right kind of pen to write this love note or whatever you're going to be writing. What do you suggest?
Well, again, we're just trying to express those little creative touches that you can do to any love letter. There are a lot of beautiful pens out there. There's different colors of ink, you can even do a scented ink. I like to use a fountain pen with a nibbed edge, and here's one that's actually a quill fountain pen. So it really, again, gives a beautiful romantic feel to what it is that you're writing.
Is that sort of thing for everyone? I mean, I know with my handwriting, you couldn't tell what kind of pen I wrote with.
Well, there's also like metallic pens that you can use. There's glitter pens that you can use, or even just a red pen. It's just something to add a little romance to the love letter that you're writing.
Okay, that's good enough. Next, you say add a little something inside the envelope. Are you talking about cash here? Because that would fit well.
Well, cash is always good, Todd. But this is a trick you can do for any love letter or any Valentine that you're giving. Is even if you buy something store-bought, you can put some confetti or glitter inside of it, and that way when your Valentine opens it, your love will just come pouring out.
I've had a card similar to that before, and I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was being attacked or something. But so inside the envelope. Now, what about? Is there a favorite type of envelope with the look of something on the outside, or you just go for the regular one?
Well, just like paper, there's a lot of envelopes to choose from. So you can choose something that either coordinates with your paper or something that contrasts in color. Again, you're really looking to make it special and set your envelope apart from everything else.
And you can actually line your envelope with decorative paper, is that?
That's right. A really good trick is you can take decorative paper, even wrapping paper that you have at home, and cut an envelope liner that goes inside the envelope. Just inside the envelope, just smaller than the envelope, double stick tape on the inside to hold it in place, and that way when your Valentine opens it, again, there's something special going on here.
That one makes me want to go to Hawaii, actually, so I could see it having an effect. Final touch to your love letter, you say seal the deal. By what do you mean about that?
Well, after you've put all that effort inside of it, how are you going to close your envelope? There's the classic wax seals that people like to use. They're available in a lot of different colors now. You can use red, you can use silver. You can also seal the deal with a kiss, so you can put some lipstick on and kiss the back of the envelope. But if you don't want to get the lipstick out, there's stickers that you can use on the back too that are of lips or of hearts or anything romantic that you can put on there.
Can you find any stickers that are more adult-like? I mean, risque necessarily, but you know, my kids have lots of stickers at home, and that's the only kind I see.
There is a range of stickers out there. There are beautiful. You can do metallics. You can do. There's glitters. There's rhinestones. There's really sophisticated stickers on the market as well. They can really add a nice touch. But again, if you're a purist, then you get out your candle and your wax, and you do a wax seal on the back of that envelope.
All right, a scented candle, maybe even.
So.
Let's move on to flowers. Every girl, of course, loves flowers, but you say you have a slightly different suggestion for that?
Well, our theory is that paper flowers last longer than natural flowers. So there's a few little simple flowers that you can make. These are just made with tissue paper. We just whip these up in the studio. But there's also a few other techniques you can use to make paper flowers. The next thing you know, you have a whole bouquet of these. And again, this is something people can keep for a long time.
You just whip those up? They look pretty extravagant.
Well, you know, on our website, we always put templates up so people can go and actually see how to do it. They can cut out the flowers and make them themselves. Pretty easy, really.
And you could buy them instead of making them, I assume?
And as well, you can always just purchase them ready-made. That's right.
Okay. Tattoos? You're suggesting people maybe get tattoos?
Well, it's a really kind of contemporary and urban thing to do for your Valentine is get a tattoo. But if you're not ready to commit to the real deal, you can go out and get a temporary tattoo. Imagine the look on their face when you show up with their name tattooed on across your hand or something like that. So there's a lot of ones you can get. You can see this morning I sat in the chair and got inked up myself with a little rose here on my wrist. But imagine someone's name tattooed on your heart or that I love you across your chest. It could be really something special to do for Valentine's Day.
And if you put their name and it's permanent, just make sure it can be spelled into something, some other word or something, right?
Make sure you can turn it into mom later.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Another nice do-it-yourself touch is a handmade label. What are you talking about here?
Well, if you want to pop the cork when you pop the question, a handmade label on any bottle of champagne or wine is a really cute idea. You just set your bottle in cold water overnight. It soaks off the original label, and then you either cut out a shape and put it on there, or you can even print something out for your computer that says something. You can give it your own name too, like honeymoon fizz or something like that, to make it really special. It'll make a romantic dinner even more romantic.
All right, that actually sounds like something I could handle. Alton, thank you very much. Alton DuLaney from Kate's Paperie. Thank you very much for joining us. And for more, you can check out katespaperie.com and find some of those suggestions there. And that is all the time we have for this edition of Now You Know. I'm Todd Connor in New York, and thanks very much for watching.
ABC News Now, good to know. ABC News Now, good to know.